Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. Don't worry if it's your first time joining, you can just join in on any of these episodes at any time and they'll completely make sense. So I'm Jaden, I'm building a homestead in the snowy mountains and pretty harsh climate out here just because it's something I've always wanted to do and I'm lucky enough to be able to do it. So if you remember in the last episode, chainsaw is broken, the stove is broken, so I'm hoping to resolve some of that because I really need the stove to be working, and some of you guys have given, and ladies have given, some brilliant ideas and input into fixing that. So stay tuned, let's see if I can get that implemented. Let's see if I can either fix the chainsaw or get some sort of redundancy going for it. I have a brilliant opportunity that I might be able to get a key bit of equipment. I've been in contact with someone that's selling it and I have a small window I might be able to go get it. So I really hope I can do that. I'm basically just gonna have to rush off from here tomorrow to see if I can do that. Oh my goodness, what else am I planning? And I've probably got to do a bit more of the renovation. As frustrating as the tiling is, let's see how much I can do before I get absolutely just too frustrated and I need another break from it. So anyway, let's get to it. Enough talking.
Okay, I've been and got a heap of stuff to hopefully restore this stove. So first, get all the ash and the debris off it. Then give it a good scrub with the sugar soap. And then we'll talk about the next steps. So just to show you really well, so we've had the blowout here and it's cracked all the way down here. It's cracked up here. So ideally I want to be able to cut all this out. Hopefully cut down there, just knock that in a bit and slide the plate in. Here, and the fire bricks are supposed to sit in this groove, but I don't think that's going to happen with putting another plate in behind. Like ideally I can put a plate behind it, but I can't get the plate off the... I need to get this plate out to slide the plate in behind it, but all these are just seized in. So yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of an interesting rebuild. All right, so that is the hole removed, I guess. So now I'll just clean it up, slide a new plate in, and then brickwork it up. And oh yeah, actually the bricks do sit off a fair bit. See that entire... I thought they sat in this ridge here. But looks like here they can sit here as well and come up here. So there's actually quite a big gap. So that works out better for me. Awesome. For it
just a barbecue plate. That's all I could find. But it's a non-enameled cast iron, so it's just cast iron. It's just got they've done the graphite polishing for it, which is non-harmful, of course, because you can cook food directly on it. Okay, so I found some old fire bricks that were lying around. These ones. These are new ones that I've just put in. And this is the wall. I did have one fire brick that I found lying around that goes here, but when I went to cut a groove in it, it just shattered. So I guess it was no good anyway. So I'll build the wall here out of scratch. Should be nice and solid, and then I'll be good to go. All right, finished. Fire bricks in. Don't mind the bit of the messy render work. It doesn't matter if all that falls off. It's just trying to make it as strong as I can, but gravity is doing most of the work. Excellent. Just need to cure it now. It'll be good. See, the stove has come up absolutely amazing. Just sugar soap, elbow grease, and a glass scraper. And look, I've managed to get most of it off the enamel. Anyway, I can't spend so much time just trying to restore it. So last step is to use this on the cast iron plate. So it all just turns one color and gets rid of that reddish. And then it should be good. Well, look at that. I've got to say that looks absolutely amazing. And you can see just on this lip here the difference from the original to the matte. So this was a mini restoration, or a rushed one, because I need to use it again. But next summer what I'll do is I'll plan it for a few days downtime, and what I'll do is all these panels in here, reddish, you know, with a little bit of rust, I'll do that and do it all in the finish that, so that will be a nice black matte finish in there. And hopefully, okay, so it's wet wood because I'm caught with my pants down, but I'll cut these fire bricks down so don't have that lip anymore. But other than that, it's working fine. There's just so much smoke at the moment because I don't have a woodshed yet, and all my wood got saturated and wet. I'm lucky that it even lit, but I need to light it just to do the final set on this. I need to heat this hot plate up. It might smoke a bit, and then let it cool down. And then after that, that finish, that polish is fully set. But I think this stove has come up absolutely amazing, and next year I'll put a bit more effort into it and it'll come up even better. Hey, it's bright and early, and it's raining. It's terrible weather. If everyone remembers, probably a week or two ago, it was just torrential downpour for about a week straight. But I've had a really good opportunity. A second-hand sawmill of the exact sawmill that I wanted to grab has come up for sale. The seller has very, very kindly held it for me to give me an opportunity, pretty much just one day, to come down, have a look and grab it if I want. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. If I get this second-hand sawmill, it's going to save me a bunch of money, probably 5 to 6 grand, of which, you know, then I can use to invest in something else. So quick pivot. It's about a 4.5 hour drive for me, and the conditions are pretty poor, but hopefully I can grab it and get back here nice and safe. The weather's been actually so good ever since I picked up the sawmill, but it looks like I'm now heading into a wall of bad weather. Send me some luck. Just give it a little check. Everything seems to be great. I have an unregistered vehicle permit, so don't you worry about trying to dob me in. Alright. Nothing's fallen off, everything's alright. Bloody wind's picked up though. Now we're over the mountain. Just went through Braidwood. This is the scary part. Dirt road, high winds, and probably storms. Anyway, let's see if we make it. Oh my, it's wet and wild. All right, got her in the shed. And you guys are not gonna believe this, but as I was coming down my driveway, the spring, see this? The spring for the wheel? You see this is sort of free Now, yeah, that popped out. Oh, how lucky is that? That happened in my driveway, about just up before these trees. Just before I parked it and not on the way home. I probably would have been able to fix it actually, because, you know, you got the jacks here, self-jacking system to level it. You jack it up, and although I might not be strong enough to pop it back in, but my goodness, that's a bit of good fortune, I'd say. And I'd love to be using this right now, setting it up to use. But unfortunately it was a purchase of opportunity. So it's gonna have to wait a week or two before I get to use it. And I'll pop that spring back in to where it's supposed to go. And then I'll have to decide where it's gonna go permanently. I'm gonna have to mill some wood while it's in here, I think. Because that's supported there. Otherwise that would be perfect for a milling thing here. Anyway, I'm gonna have to think about it, but it's gonna need its own shed, obviously, and now I can produce my own timber. I'm super excited about that. And I'm super pumped to have made it home all right. And yeah, the spring broke, but it broke literally 10 seconds before I parked it. So that is just unbelievable good luck. And I broke the lights on the back as well. That's how rough my driveway, that part of the driveway is anyway. Not that I'm ever going to use it on the road again, but I might put that all on a wooden board and fix that. Still, anyway, just in case. Just in case. Awesome. Well, oh, let's move this. Don't need to see that. Well, I think that looks fantastic. So this was $1,300 from IKEA, just using the custom wardrobe planner. Yeah, looks fantastic. Will do its job. Fits in space perfect. Yeah, it's a little bit uneven because of the floor and stuff, but you know what? Because it's modular, you know, I guess that, you know, one of the advantages of it being modular can be a little slightly uneven and still all fit together. So I'm really happy with that. It's awesome. Another job ticked off the list. Oh, back in the ensuite, gonna try and get some of the wall tiles on. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? It doesn't look that bad. Like I think it's gonna look fine actually. But I am a little bit over tiling and just renovations for now. So I think I'm gonna go just take a mental break from it for a couple of days. So I was hoping to get the tiling done and get some grouting in for this episode, but yeah, forgive me a bit. I just need to take the step back from it. I'm going to go off and do some other stuff for a while, and then I'll jump back into it soon enough. So it seems I am having a run of good luck. I went into the steel shop. Is that how you pronounce it? Steel? Steel? There's no E in it. Anyway, I went into the chainsaw place and they had this, which had been handed to them a couple of days beforehand to sell secondhand. So I managed to pick myself up a secondhand one of this, and I was literally going in to buy the MS251. So this 250C is just an earlier model of that. 18-inch bar, and handy for lighter work. So good backup saw. I do need to adjust the bar. It's got this new confangled thing, what do they call it? Rollomatic. So I've got the Rollomatic bar adjuster. So I'm just gonna adjust the chain on it, and then I'm gonna saw something just to test it out, which I should check. Yeah. So it's got plenty of fuel in it and plenty of chain bar oil. Excellent. Cool. Okay, they promised me 3 pulls, so we'll see. Oh goodness, that's different from the other one. Okay, I can't do the drop method on it because it's a bit... That's so weird. Anyway, cool. I'd say that is an excellent buy, but yeah, strange to start because my other saws, like, you gotta really drop it and give it a yank. With this one, it's just a real gentle, if I'm doing the drop, I'm gonna end up breaking it, so I just need to do nice and gentle. All right, cool. Well, great. Now I'm absolutely covered in sawdust, and I didn't put the oil cap on properly. Look at that. The chain bar oil all over me. Oh, I'm a disaster. Okay, the chain bar cap wasn't entirely my fault. Seems like it's a bit of a dicky one, and it had locked itself on its locked position, so that's why I couldn't get it back on properly. But no, it's fine. I'm just now need to go soak these jeans because these are my favorite work jeans. So the last couple of days, we've just had an enormous amount of rain here, and it's filled up this pond, which I want to line and make into an actual swim pond. So that's ruined those plans for now. But that's just a testament to how much rain we've had, because this was completely empty and dry 2 days ago. And I will say that it was those 2 days of absolute rain. So the day before, I went and picked up the sawmill, and it was the day of picking up the sawmill that we got the bulk of that rain. So yeah, I'm actually amazed that that spring on the trailer held out as much as it did, and you know, it thankfully only broke just before I got home. And someone mentioned on Instagram, who also watches the YouTube videos, that was definitely my grandpa having some stern words with the mighty one, telling him, "Don't you dare let that spring fail until my boy's home." Very sweet. And I think you'll remember, well, a lot of you will remember, and if you're new, what I did here was I actually planted a cover crop in this soil to, you know, improve it, but because I had no irrigation, it failed basically because, you know, no water and completely dry soil. But after all the rain, just look at the amount of life is coming out here. And I know that's radish. Oh, you can see like the kangaroos and wallabies have already been near here munching on the oats and all the sprouting grasses. So yeah, the missing ingredient for stuff to be growing was water. And just look how great these vegetables are starting to look. Absolutely fantastic. And look at the seeds that were in cold stratification. They're all starting to sprout. I've got so many seeds are sprouting now. So that is so cool. Excellent. Look at these bad boys. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, it was not a bad week at all. Got that sawmill, which is a huge piece of equipment, which basically unlocks so much for me now to do, because now I can actually mill the wood for making these sheds and fences and everything, and it really takes the production of sustainable timber and puts it back with me instead of running into town and paying an arm and a leg for timber. Another great thing, and hope to do this. The first food, the lettuce is absolutely exploding, as you can see. And let's grab a little spinach one as well. This will be the first food that I've grown on the farm. Delicious. But that's mighty satisfying for me. In my, been here for 6 months, I'm growing stuff. I'm gonna harvest a heap of this lettuce and spinach tonight, make a massive salad with some chicken. It's gonna be absolutely great. So, and that lettuce, it wasn't bitter, which I usually find with some lettuce. So that was good. So I really like that. Anyway, that's all for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one.